Hello everyone, my name is Aiden and welcome to this video. So as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be going over the expedition squads. Now this is because not many people understand them and I wanted to just get it out there, like the loot that you can get and are they actually worth doing. First off, I'm going to tell you, yes, they are worth doing, but only specific ones. So as you can see, there are a bunch of different loots from all of them, and you can't really tell from this what a supply crate gives, or, you know, a crafting supply, but I'm going to show you what they all give and what ones are actually worth doing. So first off, I'm going to go down here. So these are the ones you want to be doing. Now, as you can see, the expedition or the level requires 735 power. So what that means is your total power level from your, what are they called, from your heroes is going to be the what makes up this number. So I can see 260 here to 35%, and then we can add him at level 130, and then we'll add another, who shall we add? We'll add Arcalo Jess. So that's 70% chance of this expedition coming back, because the power rating of my total squad is at 520. Now you can see that my Shamrock Reclaimer is boosted, basically the slot bonus, so legendary Outlander. So if I have a legendary Outlander there, he's going to get a massive boost. Now let's have a look here. So this one doesn't have a boost, it just has the requirement of the speedboat. Now freighter raid is another good one, but the supply crate, the thing is, it's going to require 725, but there's no boost. So if we open up this one, okay, prepare expedition, I've got obviously more slots here because of the boat, but if we just add the 3 same heroes as we did in the last one, you're going to see the percentage is obviously going to be lower. So if we just add Ranger here, so it's 390, so the bonuses do make a big difference, but since we have, you know, a 4th slot, we get that 520 again. Now what you can also do is, so as you can see, this one is a rowboat. So if we prepare this right, and then I have an Xbox controller, right? If I press the right analog stick in, I can choose between a rowboat or a speedboat. So I can choose my expedition vehicle. Now obviously the only reason I would choose a speedboat is when I've unlocked the 5th slot, so I'll be able to put more heroes in. And the same goes for the helicopter. You can use a prop plane or a helicopter. Once again, the second option has an additional spot, but I'm yet to unlock it. I believe the same goes for the truck. Yep, you have a dirt bike and a truck. The truck here offers up to 5 and the dirt bike 3. And I believe that is all of them. So yeah, so you can actually switch between, you know, what you actually like, the actual vehicle itself, for more slots. Now to unlock these slots, you get them from your skill trees and research tiers. So we zoom out a little bit and we slowly make our way down here. So as you can see, this is one of the first expedition vehicles you unlock, the dirt bike. And then as you go along, I think it's in here, or it might be the 2nd tier, you can unlock the truck, as you can see here. And then when you move along, you can see like the bikes, and it unlocks an additional hero slot. And here you can unlock the prop plane, and then over here you can get a rowboat slot 3. So that's because down here in your research tiers, as you can see up here, there's a rowboat, and then down at the bottom I think there's a the dirt bike. I thought it was the truck, but you get the dirt bike, and this goes all the way up. So I'm on tier 4 now, and here, okay, here we go. Here is one of the helicopter spots. So as you can see, the helicopter slot 4, and these are in all the research trees and all of the skill trees. So all you got to do is, you know, unlock them to get the maximum slots for everything. And I personally would, you know, that you are limited to nodes, but I think they are worth getting, because I'm now going to bring up a screen here, which is a I've forgotten the name of it, but it's been put together by White Sushi, a spreadsheet, and it shows all of the loot. So let's get into that. Okay, so I know that on first glance it does look a bit complex and like there's a lot going on. Now in hindsight there is a lot going on, but it's quite easy to understand. Now first off, we have the basics, so you can read it all up here. The resource runs: tier 0, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 and tier 5. Now tier is going in the is based on the levels of these missions, or the expeditions, sorry. So, and it also shows all of the supplies or what you're going to be getting when you complete it. So one of the best ones that I like to do is I like to go down, and the missions I most run are these. So tier 4, get it, freighter raid and cliffhanger. Now as you saw, I had a freighter raid and a cliffhanger already there, so I'm probably going to go send them out after this video. But the loot you can get is between 1,200 to 1,500 total of wood, brick and metal. And then you can get a total of 280 of either sleek, peaky twine and black charm. And then you can get a total of 70 to 130 of the malachite and obsidian. So you can get like 80 obsidian, like 50 malachite. So if you think 50 obsidian, that's actually quite a lot. And the thing is, you don't mine for it, you just send off like a 22-hour supply trip, and they come back, and depending on the success rate, you know, that's whether you're going to get it or not. Oh, my Fortnite just crashed in the background. Hey, don't mind me. So, down here we have the larger ones. Now, these ones I don't even have access to yet, but the level that is required to send some of these off is up to 1,840. So if you can imagine, like, you're not going to get a super high percentage on these, even with your maximum heroes all placed in for like all the slots. Even with a bonus, you're probably going to be looking at like 50% maybe, if that, right? So, but I mean, the thing is, 30 to 40% at this kind of loot is not too bad. I mean, you can get in these end game ones, you can get legendary lead survivors, legendary hero keys, legendary, you know, transform weapon keys and traps. And then you also get a bunch of XP in your hero schematic or survivor. As you can see, there's another lower one here, like a lower tier version of the max one, and it gives 5,000 and epic values. So things like this, warcraft, supplies and crafting materials, these are the sort of crafting materials you're going to be receiving. Now you can get bacon, batteries, herbs, sturdy, sleek, fine grain, black char, gizmos, I can't remember the twine for that one, peaky twine, the flowers, herbs, crystals, you know, or quartz, blast powder, coal, malachite, obsidian, duct tape, nuts and bolts, rough or active power cells and planks. So they are the items you should be expecting from your crafting supplies. Now these are worth sending off. I normally get a bunch of bacon from them. I've actually sent off a bunch of expeditions recently, and they've all actually been failing. I do have I think I have a couple of successful ones. I might even only have one, but yeah, they are definitely worth doing if you have the hero spare. So like, if I don't plan on farming for a couple of days, I use all my Outlanders, and obviously I have a bunch of 130s now, so I get the maximum like percentage that I can. And to be honest, I actually send some expeditions with like 20%. And some people would say it's a waste, but I have had a 15% chance land before, and it got me like, you know, 80 odd obsidian, 50 malachite, and a bunch of other loot. And it is based on RNG, because I've had 80% which fail. And, you know, it's a bit like, oh, that really shouldn't have failed, and the 15% should have, but it was the other way around. And it's obviously based on RNG, random number generator, whether you can get it or not. So I believe it's always worth throwing down a certain percentage on, you know, one of these better ones. So the ones I would do, okay, is cliffhanger, freighter raid, get it, and warcraft. So these tier 4 ones here are really, really good. I don't bother with survival ones. I don't bother with any of that. Some people may recommend it. I personally don't. I just use it for extra supplies on the side. So the little nitty gritty ones that I can't really be asked to farm, I get from these missions. If you're a bit of a lower level, what you're going to be doing is you'll want to run the sort of medium caches. So the crates, so as you can see down here, the ones that I do are supply cache large. Okay, so if you're lower level, you're going to have small cache or medium cache depending on your level. It's the exact same thing. You're going to be getting, you know, the ores, you're going to be getting the sleek, the twine and the powder and the materials. But basically, so this is tier 4, so tier 4 materials, and tier 3 is what you're going to get from the large chests or caches. So if you go down to medium, for example, you'll probably be getting like malachite and silver, and then you'll be getting the fine grain and the one below that. I can't actually remember the lower level materials at the moment, But yeah, so they're definitely worth running, the supply caches. And then the only time I would ever run anything else, it would be the crafting supplies. And the crafting supplies are definitely worth running because they get all the little nitty gritty stuff. I normally get a lot of bacon from mine. Now, I'll show you a cliffhanger that I actually got back, so I'll just put that on screen now. Yeah, I think I actually deleted some by accident a while ago. I'm pretty sure I had like 4 or 5 of these successfuls come back, and I recorded it, but I deleted them. But yeah, I mean, that's the sort of loot you can expect to get, and you know, it's definitely worth doing. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it sort of, you know, help explain the expeditions a bit. You know, they're worth doing because it's all passive and it's an easy way to get loot. And if you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell to be notified with my daily videos. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.